Hello, it's Joy and Sue again, and we're here with our second video. So we did a video for you the other night, and today we got questions on how to do proper lunges. So we are here to show you how to do proper lunges in Les Mills pump workouts. There's a couple things you have to keep in mind when you're doing great lunges. One, and first and foremost, is to protect those knees. So you want to make sure your knee is tracking right over your ankle, okay? Not over your toes, but over your ankles. And we'll show you how that's done. Number two, you want to have your shoulders back and down. Think about your shoulder blades sliding into their little back pockets way down here. So that's back and down. When they say put your shoulders back, think about rolling those shoulders back and down. Number three, think about your back sliding down a wall. When you can slide your back straight down, we call that back in neutral, you'll have great lunge form as well. Not only will it keep you in great form, it will keep your legs and your knees in perfect alignment. It'll put the weight back in the glutes and the hamstrings, which is some of the muscles that you're really working on a lunge, as well as concentrate on that quadricep that you're working. So hopefully that is helpful. We're going to show you those tips put into action here. I recommend when you're starting out figuring out your form on Les Mills pump to start with just the barbell with no weights at all. And when you get that form perfect, then you can add the 2.5 pound weights or the 5 pound weights. Take it nice and slow on this because it is a 90-day program. The last thing you want to do is injure your knees or your back trying to load up the bar with too much weight and throwing your knees or back out of whack early on into the program. So we'll show you now. Let's go over to the floor here and I'll show you how to do a proper lunge with just the barbell. Okay, the first thing you want to do is think about putting your feet on a railroad track. So your feet should be about hip width apart, maybe a little bit wider. Think about them on rails. So here's one of the rails of the track, and here's one of the rails of the track. Okay? Get the bar in proper position now. So just the bar, and I'm putting it, I don't know if you've noticed in Les Mills pump, they ask you to put it on the medius part of your shoulder, so not up here on the neck. Okay, roll it down right to the medius part of your trapezius muscles, right there. And then pull your shoulders back and down. Okay? So back and down, chest nice and wide open, head's going to look straight ahead. Our feet are on those train tracks, on those rails. And then I'm going to take the right foot and step it back. I'm still on those railroad tracks. Okay? So a poor position on a lunge would be putting that back foot in line with that front foot, and then you become very off balance and put yourself in jeopardy of really hurting yourself, especially if you had weight on the bar. So make sure that your foot is, Hi, we're back. So we are going to show you again proper form with that lunge. Light bar, so just the barbell. First thing you want to do is get your feet on those railroad tracks. Okay, so find what's comfortable for you. You might need to wiggle your back foot back until you have a really nice width from the front to the back. And actually, the further apart you get your legs, the easier it will be to go down. When you have a narrow stance, it becomes very tricky. And that's when you put those knees in a precarious position. So think about going wider, getting on those railroad tracks again. And then secondly, check that knee. Is that knee tracking over that foot? So when we say that, what we mean is not out and not inward, but right in line with that foot, in line with the hip as well. Okay, that looks good. And then I'm going to make sure that I drop straight down that wall because my shoulders are back and down, and that's going to put me in proper alignment. So here we go. So down as far as your body will allow you to go in good form. Making sure that knee is not coming out over that toe. You've gone too far. Pull back, squeeze through your butt here, and squeeze through your front heel when you come up. So I'm pushing through my front heel, pushing down in the ground and lifting up. Again, straight down that wall, breathe, push up, down that wall, and push up. And if that becomes less challenging, you want to put your foot back a little more, you can progress that move so that you can go all the way to the floor and back up. Now, that's only dependent on how flexible you are in your hip flexors as well as your hamstrings. You'll find one side will be smarter than the other, so you'll just need to work on that side that's not as flexible. So that is our lunge. Hope you liked it. Give us some feedback on Facebook and let us know what you thought. Try it out on your next workout, and we'll talk to you soon.